On the news this morning, Anambra State Governor Soludo receives Works Minister Umahi, seeks new approach to federal road projects. FG gives 48-hour ultimatum to contractor handling Omonia Amansi axis of Enugu-Onitsha Expressway. Serap urges governors to disclose detailed spending of federal government subsidy palliative. And Britain arrests researcher allegedly spying for China. Before the news in details, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has advised the federal government and Works Ministry to rethink and bring in new models of delivering federal roads across the country. Governor Soludo gave the advice when he received the Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, on a courtesy call at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia. A Government House correspondent, Ejike Abana, tells us more.
According to the governor, all federal routes in the state have failed, suggesting a mixture of financing options or infrastructure tax credit scheme, saying that awarding roads from Abuja across the country cannot guarantee delivery as the current system cannot work to deliver for the country, while appreciating President Ahmed Tinubu for appointing Engineer Umahi into the office. Governor Soludo said that in politics, you do not always get what you deserve, but what you bargained for, pointing out that the second Niger bridge without repairing the Onitsha-Owerri road may not help the region. He requested for the possibility of taking a trip with the minister round the bad roads in the state, noting that the Anambra West Kogi road that can lead to Abuja in 3 hours when constructed can be a game changer in the country. Engineer Umahi expressed disappointment at the contractor handling the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road, passed a vote of no confidence on the consultants, and said that the contractors have been summoned to fashion out ways to move forward. He suggested the use of concrete pavements for roads to last, assuring that they will think outside the box to redesign and do some roads in the state, commending Governor Soludo for remaining dogged and committed to development efforts. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, among others, joined the governor to receive the minister and his entourage. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The federal government has called for the redesigning of the over 30 kilometers Otuocha-Nzam-Ibaji Kogi Road awarded in 2008. The Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umahi, stated this when he inspected work already done since then and the ones remaining. Works correspondent Ngozi Obileri was part of the visit in our reports.
The governor, all federal routes in the state have failed, suggesting a mixture of financing options or infrastructure tax credit scheme, saying that awarding roads from Abuja across the country cannot guarantee delivery as the current system cannot work to deliver for the country, while appreciating President Ahmed Tinubu for appointing Engineer Umahi into the office. Governor Soludo said that in politics, you do not always get what you deserve, but what you bargained for, pointing out that the second Niger bridge without repairing the Onitsha-Owerri road may not help the region. He requested for the possibility of taking a trip with the minister round the bad roads in the state, noting that the Anambra West Kogi road that can lead to Abuja in 3 hours when constructed can be a game changer in the country. Engineer Umahi expressed disappointment at the contractor handling the Enugu-Onitsha Express Road, passed a vote of no confidence on the consultants, and said that the contractors have been summoned to fashion out ways to move forward. He suggested the use of concrete pavements for roads to last, assuring that they will think outside the box to redesign and do some roads in the state, commending Governor Soludo for remaining dogged and committed to development efforts. The Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, among others, joined the governor to receive the minister and his entourage. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, Anambra State Council, has welcomed the new council member of the NIPR, Professor Kate Omenoga, during a special ceremony. The event was attended by prominent figures in the field of public relations, including the Commissioner for Information, Sapo Nwosu, the Accountant General of Anambra State, Dr. Chukwudi Okoli, the Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sir Chido Obidegu, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Youth Empowerment, Dr. Nelson Omenoga, with friends and colleagues of Professor Omenoga offering heartfelt goodwill messages. Onyinye Agobeze has details of that report.
Speaking at the event, Professor Angela Wammo, the chairman of the NIPR Anambra State Council, expressed her delight in having Professor Omenoga join the council. She commended her outstanding contributions to the field of public relations and emphasized the significance of her role within the state.
I wish to appreciate each and every one of us that are here this afternoon for coming here to stay with us, rejoice with us, and to welcome our brand new council member officially to this chapter.
Professor Omenoga, in her response, expressed her gratitude for the warm reception and spoke passionately about her commitment to upholding the highest standards of professionalism in public relations. She acknowledged the challenges facing the industry and outlined her vision to work hand in hand with the government and collaboratively highlight the transformational impact of Governor Chukwuma Soludo's leadership in order to inspire others.
And of course, NIPR represents that charting of a course, of a new dawn, where we must have to have this kind of synergy with the government in every sense of the word.
For the immediate past council member NIPR, Reverend Father Professor Boniface Obiefuna and Chief Uche Udedibia, they praised Professor Omenoga's dedication to the field as they expressed optimism about her future contributions to the council, emphasizing the importance of unity and collaboration within the NIPR community to advance the profession and promote ethical practices in public relations.
Very beautiful reputation in Anambra State. I am personally very, very happy that somebody in the person of Professor Kate Omenoga is succeeding me in council. I'm very, very happy about it, very happy about it.
Also, the Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Sir Obidegu, congratulated her, noting that her passion for excellence and commitment to ethical practices while serving as the former Commissioner for Education has been an inspiration to many, as he pointed that she will make significant contributions to the NIPR. In Oka, I am Onyinye Agubeze reporting for ABS News.
Men of Anambra State Police Command have rescued a kidnapped victim, one Abuchi surname withheld, from Orumba South local government area of the state. Police operatives, while on anti-crime patrol in Obosi yesterday, were stopped by residents and informed about a kidnap incident. The public-spirited citizens pointed the police in the direction the kidnappers went after seizing their victim. Police then trailed the kidnappers to an uncompleted building surrounded by bush in Omota village, Obosi, where a gunfire exchange with the kidnappers ensued. One of the hoodlums was shot and arrested, while others escaped, some with bullet wounds. One double-barrel pistol, 2 live and 1 expended cartridge were recovered from the gang. Arrested suspect gave his name as Nwosu Ikenna from Obosi, and he identified those that escaped as Ebuka, a.k.a. Big, Chinedu Emmanuel, and Chuku Ojoto. The hoodlums, who identified Ebuka as leader of the gang, gave up the ghost on the way to hospital for treatment. The Commissioner of Police, CP Aderemi Adeoye, who commended the team for its gallantry, declared the suspect at large wanted and will be hunted down. He assured the people of Obosi and Anambra State citizens and residents that the police command will not relent in its onslaught against crime until it is brought to the barest minimum. Away now from state stories, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has urged the 36 state governors in the country to disclose details on the spending of the 2 billion naira palliative recently disbursed to each state by the federal government, including the names of beneficiaries and details of the reliefs so far provided with the money. The federal government recently disbursed 2 billion naira out of the 5 billion naira palliative package for each state of the federation and the Federal Capital Territory to address the impact of removal of fuel subsidy. In the open letter dated September 9, 2023, and signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare, the organization said that it is in the public interest to publish the details of the spending of the 2 billion naira palliative and any subsequent disbursement of funds to your government. SERAP said Nigerians have the right to know how their states are spending the fuel subsidy relief funds, and it is part of their legally enforceable human rights. According to SERAP, transparency and accountability in the spending of the 2 billion naira and any subsequent disbursement to your state would help to reduce the risk of corruption, mismanagement, diversion, and opportunism. On the foreign scene, a researcher at the UK Parliament has been arrested under the Official Secrets Act amid claims he was spying for China. Police have confirmed 2 men, one in his 20s and another in his 30s, were arrested under the Act in March. According to reports, one of them was a parliamentary researcher involved in international affairs. Reports say that the researcher had links to Security Minister Tom Tugendhat and Foreign Affairs Committee Chairwoman Alicia Kearns, among others. Both men were taken to a South London police station and were subsequently released on police bail until a date in early October. USA Coca Gauff poses with the trophy after winning the U.S. Open tennis tournament women's singles final match against Belarus' Anna Sabalenka at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York City. Gauff produced a gusty performance on the Arthur Ashe Stadium court to win in 2 hours 6 minutes to complete a fairy tale transformation in her season's fortunes. The win completed a remarkable turnaround for Gauff, who was left distraught after a first-round exit at Wimbledon in July. However, she bounced back to win titles in Washington and Cincinnati and has now landed the biggest win of her career after a shattering loss in her first Grand Slam final at the French Open last year. Say congratulations to that teenager there. That's a great feat. And with that, we conclude the news. But just before we go, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on Twitter at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And the main news again. Anambra State Governor Soludo has received Works Minister Umahi 6 new approach to federal road projects. FG has given 48-hour ultimatum to contractor handling Omunya-Amansi axis of Enugu-Onitsha Express Road. SERAP has urged governors to disclose detailed spending of FG subsidy palliative. And on the foreign scene, we brought you reports that Britain has arrested researcher allegedly spying for China. To end the news, the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Mokoye. Good morning and have a great day.